preparation towards winning medals. Yes, you can invest 145 million US dollars in the provision of infrastructure. You are renovating Games Village. You are building the world-class rugby field. You are making sure that all our track are going to be certified by the World Athletic Federation. All these things are done. Then when they come to the competition, then we don't get medals. I know the media, you crucify the LOC and myself. So I understand the long list is currently being worked on, and very soon the long list will be submitted to the chef de mission. Then we can work on the short list as they go for campaign and be selected. And some of them I've mentioned already in my presentation, that the championship, they've done African Championship as a process of selecting Team Ghana.
All right, so SFs from the Honorable Youth and Sports Minister, Mustafa Yusuf, made the press yesterday at the Ministry of Information. He actually noted a number of key things, particularly the 13th African Games that will be held next year in March. And he stated that Ghana, we've made some way through of hosting one of the biggest events here in Africa, and whether or not we are ready for this particular 13th African Games, time will definitely tell. But he made mention of the amount of money that has gone into this particular project, and stating that if we should not win laurels, what it means is that all the works that they've done will be cost 90, simply because he thinks that with the level of investment that the government has put into this particular 13th African Games, Ghana should win lots of laurels. And we asked the simple question this morning, that have we put our athletes through that strategic point that they'll be winning that laurels for the nation? I'll start with you, Abigail Sana Sosu. Going by what the minister just said, are we ready, and are we capable of winning the laurels that he's talking about?
For a moment, it was sounding like a warning, because he's telling you that if government is investing over $145 million into getting you all the infrastructure, then you owe it to government and the people to win laurels. Ideally, that is it, because if you are hosting everything right here, you would want to hold on to that host and win mantra. But it doesn't translate automatically like that. Remember, this is a tournament that has been moved to another because we were not prepared and all of that. Now we are looking at a match that's after AFCON and all of that. So this caution or these words of advice should go to the various federations, and it will translate to how they are preparing for this tournament. They should see it as a reason to map up various strategies or
But the question is, how have we invested in these outlets at the various federations?
That's a big question. That's why I'm saying that it is sounding like a warning, and not just about getting the infrastructure.
Okay.
If you have the infrastructure and you don't invest in the principal actors, then you have done nothing. So I think that this supervisory role or this word should go to the leaders of the various federations that would represent in the 13 All-African Games, and know that, okay, now the facilities are here. How do we also help you to get the athletes or the principal actors ready? You don't just get the facilities and then walk in. You can't. It shouldn't be because there is a swimming arena. You and I should just walk there and go to swim. Because when we have no knowledge about it, there are people who have invested their time to be able to go through all of these processes. So, after investing over $145 million, how are we coming down to the various federations to invest into the athletes to be upbeat and get ready for the rest of Africa come March 2024? We shouldn't think it's that far away from us.
Is it not far?
It is not. By Monday, July is done. We are going into the 8th month of this year. Take January, February out, because these are AFCON years. AFCON months, sorry. We'll go to Ivory Coast in January, come back somewhere mid-February. You don't have that luxury of time. So the attention also shifts onto
Black Stars.
So you don't have that luxury of time. So if I would not even be mistaken, you have more like 5 visible months to prepare. Because when we enter 2024, nobody will wait for you. So minister, after investing all of that, $145 million, when the federations come to you for help for these athletes and some bonus, whatever that is owed them, for them to have the right frame of mind to be able to train and all of that. I think that should also be addressed, so that if you're asking for something to show for all that you have invested in, it wouldn't be one-sided.
Okay.
You say that I gave this to the athletes, I gave that for infrastructure, and what is there to show? Now he's asking for too much if the other bits of our preparation is not looked into.
Okay. Rahman, do you agree with Abigail that the minister is asking for, what he's asking is just too much?
You see, they are in somehow confused.
Who?
The government.
The government is confused.
Yeah, it's confused. Ask me why. Because, look, let me borrow the statements of Otunfo. Blasters will be the only football team who are disgracing the government so far. The government will look at the campaign or the happenings that will come in next year.
Okay.
We have the Olympics game.
Yeah.
We have the AFCON, as Abigail said. And not forgetting, we have the All-African Games. And also next year is an election year.
Election year. Okay.
So where would the government focus? Where would the focus of the government be for it to help him in the coming election, general election?
Maybe they are being strategic.
So
they have
that's
all these things in
why
plan.
the sports minister came out to speak like that yesterday, saying that they don't see what the blasters are there. It seems like they are pumping money and no returns. It's because of the happenings that will come next year, 2024.
Yeah.
So, and we keep on postponing our All-African Games preparation.
Yeah.
They started, and last year, or this particular year, the LOC came out to give us a clear indication that, look, they are ready for the games. They are ready, everything, facilities are ready.
Almost ready.
They said they are ready for the competition and what have you. At the end of the day, they came out, the same people came out to tell us that, look, lack of so and so the competition has been postponed again to next year. How can you trust such people? You cannot trust them with the pending of the preparation coming on next year. You can't trust them because they're giving us a clear indication that they cannot be trusted.
Okay.
And look, we need to fasten things. We need to make things happen. We cannot disgrace ourselves if we do not get a chance to host these All-African Games because they've given us time over.
Will you be surprised if you are stripped off?
It will be a disgrace to us, not a surprise. A big disgrace. Look at the number of time that we were given to put up facilities in place for this competition. And yes, we are not ready. And as Abigail said, it's not about, again, not getting the facility alone. It's about getting the athletes in right shape, in good shape. We should not adapt to the numbers alone. I hope that we are going to adapt to the numbers and also make a meaningful impact at the end of the day. We don't want whereby we host the competition and when you are searching for our reps, they are nowhere to be found.
Okay.
It will be a disgrace for us. And for me, as per what the minister said, look, you cannot be investing a lot of money in the blasters and at the end of the day, you turn your back, there is no return. It's not good for the blaster. And it all boils down to proper planning, proper in terms of investing to the national team so that at the end of the day, you reap what you sow. You don't need to be throwing a lot of money expecting to end up getting huge of achievements when you do not do proper planning. It does not work like that.
Thank you very much, Rahman Kubaja. I'll come to Abigail for her final words, but let me read a couple of the messages that have come to our WhatsApp platform. This one says, hi, my name is Reverend Jan. Please, any news on Chelsea and Ryan Cherki? Chelsea should leave Casedo and pursue Ryan Cherki. Alba, Chelsea. That player is superb. Okay. This one says, hello, I'm Starboy from Medina. We need Kylian Mbappe at Real Madrid. This one says, the Blues all the way are Maxwell from Sukrari. Thank you very much, Maxwell. This one says, 35 million euros for Nicholas Jackson should be the transfer of the summer. He's worth more than that. What a deal. This is TJ from Nima. Okay. Abi, your final words, and we're out of here.
For me, I continue to hold the fact that I'll say that Nigeria will take us far in the Women's World Cup, and I'm very happy that they are getting the results that they are getting now. I wish them well, but let's see if South Africa can come good or Morocco will also pick themselves up after that one. But I'm enjoying the FIFA Women's World Cup, and I really like what is happening.